Good morning, everyone. Please come on in and take a seat. We're going to get started. My name is Leah Myers. I am one of the founders, and I'm the executive director for the foundation. And I get the honor of welcoming all of you here today. But I'm also mom to a little boy named Ben, and hopefully you've all met him. And if you haven't, find him because he gives the best hugs in the world. I'm also wife to Brant. Brant, can you wave? And I am daughter to Suzanne, also known as Mimi. And I am a super sibling to Tina, who is back there doing our chat on our Zoom. So I'm thrilled to see so many familiar faces in this audience and also a lot of new ones. I cannot believe it, but we have 387 people registered for this conference. This is our biggest event yet, and it's a testament to the growing strength and unity of the SCN2A community. First and foremost, I want to just extend my deepest gratitude to each of you for being here today. Whether you're a family member, a researcher, a clinician, or a supporter, your presence is invaluable. It is your dedication, passion, and tireless efforts that keep our mission moving forward towards a cure for SCN2A-related disorders. And are my slides queued up? All right. So this year's theme is families, and it's especially close to my heart. As many of you know, this cause is deeply personal to me. When I started the SCN2A Facebook discussion group in 2013, I was driven by a desire to make a difference, not just for my own son, but for all those affected by this rare disease. And as families joined the group and started to share their stories, something incredible started to happen. We were defining the SCN2A spectrum. Most of our doctors had never even heard of SCN2A. And us, just a bunch of moms and dads, were becoming the experts. Keep that in mind over the next few days. There are so many specialists in this room that study and treat SCN2A, but the caregivers and parents are the true experts. This slide shows how much we've grown over the years. Raise your hand if you were at our very first conference in 2016 in Chicago. The Minnesota crew over there, yes. Yes, Al, it was in Chicago, that's right. Oh my gosh, okay, so here's another one. Raise your hand if you've been to all of those conferences. That's awesome. That is awesome. It's pretty amazing to see how far we've come, isn't it, through these pictures? Do not miss this year's photo. It's going to be right here in this room at 4:30, and we want it to be epic. So we want everyone in here. So please set an alarm on your phone, go to the bathroom before that. Don't miss it. And as you can see from the agenda, there is quite a lineup of sessions, breakouts, and discussions planned. We're going to hear from some of the leading specialists in the field. They're going to share their latest research updates. You're going to participate in research and, most importantly, connect with one another. This conference is a unique opportunity for us to learn, collaborate, and support each other as we continue our journey towards a cure. I encourage you to please take full advantage of the resources available in this room. There are some, have your genetic report ready. Go up to a clinician, go up to a researcher, ask if they've ever heard of your child's variant. Talk to them. They want to learn from you. And if we make the most of our time together, it's not going to just advance our understanding of SCN2A, but it's also going to strengthen the bonds that tie us together and make us a true community. So please take a moment, if you haven't already, to sign up for some of these research opportunities. You can get a pen out if you don't know where they are and write down the locations of each of them. The BioGene EEG study is in Suite 1211, if you don't already know. The UT Health Houston, the assessments, they're in Garden A and B. Dragonfly, the Dragonfly study is in Garden C. The qualitative research study is in suite number 1017. The eye tracking study is in Harbor B, and the clinical picture maker is in Harbor A. And I might have those backwards, but you'll see a sign on the door. Okay, so how does everyone in the room feel? Like, do you like the hotel? Has the food been good? Do you feel taken care of? An event like this takes about a year to plan. It's a ton of work, especially in the last few months to coordinate. And this would not be possible without the team of volunteers that we have running around in the background, making sure that everything is possible. I'd like to give a very special shout out to someone who's not even in the room because she's working really hard, but to Gloria Kim, who has been our event planner for this. I'd like to just give her a round of applause. She has made every detail possible. If you see Gloria, please thank her. So your programs that you have in front of you have a lot of information. They have the agenda, the speakers' bios, and even more. There we go. So take a moment, go through them. We have about 100 people who are joining us virtually. Let's wave to them. Welcome. We're happy you're here. And just keep that in mind that we're filming and recording everything. So, if you have to take a phone call or your kiddo's being a little bit loud, there's a room right there. You see the green lights? That's called Park H, and it's all set up for our SCN2A warriors. You can take them in there. There's toys, there's books, and you can even watch the live stream. So as the presenters give their talks and you think of questions, write them down on those index cards in the middle of your table. And once the session is over, we're going to call all of the panelists back up and we're going to do a Q&A where we'll read your questions aloud. If you need more cards, just come see me. I have a whole bunch. So everyone in this room is in a different place on their personal journey with SCN2A. Just remind you to treat everyone with compassion and respect and make space for one another. If you read your Everything You Need to Know document that I emailed out, then you'll know that there's some very special families with us at this conference. There's families that have lost their warrior, and they still show up. They still fight on behalf of all of the warriors who are still fighting. They want to be part of our community still, and we want them to be part of our community. You can recognize them because they'll have a gold lanyard on their name badge. And give them an extra hug, okay? And if you need some tips on how to engage with these families, because sometimes you just don't know what to say, read your Everything You Need to Know. I put it in there. This is the park ballroom that we're in right now. All general sessions are going to be in here. And tomorrow we're going to split this room right in half, and you get to choose the track that you go to. All meals are going to also be in here. The meals will be set up right where breakfast is, but we're going to give you two options for meals. You can also go outside to the Tiffany Terrace room, and there'll be food set up in there, and you can sit on the patio and eat. So just whatever you want to do, you can eat in two different places. If you need a place to take your SCN2A warrior, I already told you about Park H. And that's pretty much all my housekeeping notes. So in closing, I just want to remind you all that while the path that we're on may be challenging, to say the least, we are not alone. We have each other, and together we're stronger. And let us embrace this opportunity to learn and grow and inspire one another. Together, we're going to continue to make strides towards a brighter future for all of those affected by SCN2A related disorders. Thank you, and welcome to the 2024 SCN2A Family and Professional Conference. Top one is the green. Big green.
Thank you. Okay. Good morning. I'm Jenny Burke. I'm honored to be the chair of the Board of Trustees of the Foundation. And I'm excited as a kid at Disneyland to see all of you here. Your presence is a testament to the dedication and community spirit that drives us forward. I want to begin by reflecting on our guiding principles. How do I go back one? There we go. Our mission is to accelerate research, build community, and advocate to improve the lives of those affected by SCN2A related disorders around the world. To achieve our vision of a world with effective treatments and cures for all SCN2A related disorders, we abide by our core values of urgency, integrity, collaboration, and inclusion. These aren't just words to us, they're the heart and soul of our daily work and commitment. I'd like you to cast your mind back to the year 2012 for a minute and raise your hand if you thought you'd be at an event like this in 2024. No one. 2012 was the year that SCN2A was added to one of the genetic epilepsy testing panels, and the year my son Alex was diagnosed at age 11. It was also a year before Leah started the Facebook group with the goal of finding someone, anyone, with the same diagnosis as her son Ben. And it was 2 years before Ben and Alex became friends. Here's a recent picture of them all grown up. Once the Facebook group grew to a critical mass, Leah and Carla asked me to join them to create an official nonprofit, and the family's SCN2A Foundation was created in 2015 with $40 in the bank and 4 board members who did all the work. Many of you have been along for the full ride and have become like family, but every year we add new faces to the crowd. Patients are being diagnosed at a faster rate than ever, and science is moving at a faster pace, but not fast enough to make up the gap or put us out of business yet. Fast forward to today, we have a team of 10 trustees on our board, 3 staff, 6 TASCO members, 13 medical and science advisors, and have invested $4.5 million in SCN2A research. This year, we had a record 12 applications for our Action Potential Grant. More than 20 new publications have appeared just in the last 2 months, including a soon-to-be-available comprehensive description of SCN2A-related disorders from the Cambridge University Elements series. You can buy it on Amazon, but please know that we have paid to make it openly accessible online, and it should be available in a few days. And you'll hear more about that from Al George later. And also from our science team, you'll hear we have 27 projects in the research pipeline, which is incredible. We're so proud to have opened this year the first SCN2A multidisciplinary center at UT Health Houston, and we will soon announce the next MDC location opening early next year. But our efforts extend beyond research. We send out over 250 birthday cards to SCN2A warriors annually, deliver countless gifts to families and hospitals, and provide more memorial wind chimes than I care to count to those who have lost their SCN2A warriors. We're not just a foundation, we are a family, united in our support for one another. We're also stepping up our advocacy program, attending more conferences, collaborating with groups like the American Brain Coalition and the Epilepsies Action Network, and we're making our voices heard from state capitals to Capitol Hill. There are 13 states that have proclaimed February 24th as SCN2A Awareness Day. Now we just need volunteers to get the next 37. So where are we going tomorrow? Thanks. Big, exciting things are on the horizon. The Dragonfly study on NORD's I Am Rare registry platform is now open with a commitment to making all data available to researchers. We're also completely revamping our website this fall to make it a comprehensive, user-friendly resource for patients, clinicians, and researchers alike, and I promise you will love it. In early 2025, we will begin the process of updating our strategic plan, kicking it off with a community survey to all of you stakeholders to integrate your voices into our roadmap for the future. To keep up with all the news, please make sure you're signed up for our newsletters by going to scn2a.org. How do we get this all done? We have a great team. When I call your name, please stand and wave. Hold the pause till the end. First, I'm going to recognize our staff. If anyone here doesn't know our founder and executive director, Leah Myers, you might have wandered into the wrong conference. I'd like to welcome our newest addition to the staff, Amanda Gale, program manager and mom to Henry, and Sean Egan, our chief scientific officer and dad to Harper. Okay, stand up, wave. Where's Amanda? Anyway, and then our team for accelerating science and clinical outcomes, TASCO, Brad Bryan, Karen Ho, Christina San Inocencio, and I'd like to welcome the newest additions to the team, Vanessa Bender and Jeff Cottrell. They're in the room. And our tremendous medical and science advisory board, most of whom are here. Oh, sorry, there's your TASCO team. Eloise Austin, Keith Kaufman, Scott Demarest, Al George, Katie Helbig, Caitlin Hudak, John Huguenard, Jennifer Kearney, Dennis Lau, John Millichap, Heather Olson, Tom Otis, and Stefan Sanders. Could you guys stand up for a sec so people can see you and wave? Okay. Thank you so much. I so admire the expertise, dedication, and compassion each of these people bring to the SCN2A community. They and our Board of Trustees have been instrumental in getting us where we are today, but our work is far from finished. The journey toward fulfilling our mission and vision is ongoing. It's a journey that requires sustained effort, innovative thinking, and yes, significant financial support. Our programs, research initiatives, and outreach efforts depend on the resources that we can secure. Every dollar raised translates into tangible outcomes, new research projects, better support systems, and a brighter future for those affected by SRDs. Fundraising is not just about money. It's about fueling the engine that drives our mission forward. But it's often uncomfortable. While asking for donations can feel daunting, and I feel that myself quite often, it's important to remember that many people genuinely want to contribute to causes that matter to them or their loved ones. By sharing our stories and the impact of our work, we create a bridge between potential donors and the tangible difference their support can make. So despite the discomfort, fundraising is a crucial component of our journey towards achieving our goals and making a lasting impact. I think that's it, Leah. Oh.
Oh, do I do that?
No,
Okay.
you can next.
All right.
Then I do that.
All right, well, we're on fundraising. So let's see. Raise your hand if you've ever hosted or donated to a Facebook birthday fundraiser. Most of you. We appreciate that. So just so you know, we raise about $40,000 a year just on those. Yeah, it's incredible. So you might think, you only raised $200. Well, guess what? $200 just paid for a family to have a hotel room at this conference. So it matters. Raise your hand if you've ever participated in the Warrior Challenge virtual run that we hold in October. I know you have, Nico. That's great. How about who rode in the $1 Million Bike Ride in Philly in June? Christina? We raised $30,000 for the $1 Million Bike Ride. We had about 7 riders. It wasn't that many, but because they actually asked their friends and their contacts to help. And that was matched by the Orphan Disease Center. So that's $60,000. It's going directly into a research grant. So who signed up for workplace giving? Brant, I know you are. Whose employer matches those donations? Very good, thank you. You need to ask your employer, do you match? You never know, they might. So I just want to thank you. Every single dollar counts and it matters. And we're so grateful to have your support. And we couldn't do what we do without those efforts.
And I want you to know, before I introduce our wonderful board, that 100% of our Board of Trustees make annual contributions because they believe in our mission. And so I would like them all to come up as I call their names. Our officers are Michelle Lewis, Secretary and mom to Eliana. Hold your applause to the end. Mike Vasey, Treasurer, who loves our kids, even though he doesn't have any of his own. Mary Oman, Vice Chair, mom to Ethan. Carla Forbes, Founder and mom to Colin. Will Hudson, dad to Emery. Emily Park, mom to Caroline. 2 that aren't here today, Roger Primo, dad to Teddy. Maura Bragg, mom to Ashlyn. And yesterday, Jeff Whitman, dad to Griffin, officially joined the Board of Trustees. So give them a round of applause, please. Someone's taking pictures.
Did anyone get a picture, by the way? Mom?
Sorry. Here.
Thank you. Okay, everyone can sit down except for Emily. Emily, can you please come up on the stage? Actually, John Park, can you please come up on the stage as well? So we would like to now acknowledge a truly transformational gift that the Park family has bestowed upon us. John and Emily Park have been an invaluable part of our team since 2018 when Emily joined the board. Over the last 6 years, their commitment, insight, and tireless dedication have been a source of inspiration to all of us. The Parks gave the foundation our very first transformational gift, and this empowered us to make huge strides towards our mission. John and Emily Park, your generosity has already accelerated our journey towards finding a cure, and your unwavering support reassures us that we're not alone. I'm going to get emotional. I'm sorry. We're not alone in this fight, and your contributions continue to make a lasting impact, not just on our foundation, but on the countless lives of those with SCN2A related disorders. On behalf of the entire foundation, our researchers, and the families we serve, I extend our deepest gratitude. Thank you for believing in our mission, for your extraordinary generosity, and for being a guiding light to our community. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in expressing our heartfelt thanks to the Park family.
Today's our wedding anniversary too.
And it's also their wedding anniversary, which we seem to make this conference on their wedding anniversary every year. Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Okay, now we're going to move on to the session.